So today we're going to be discussing the effects of the war on the environment. So I'm going to be playing Ark Survival Evolved to represent this. Ark Survival Evolved is done by Studio Wildcard. And let's begin. So let me just hop on my snow owl here. Oh wait, I forgot my snow crops. The one, what? That's why I can't fly. Come here, little buddy. Alright, back on the snow owl. Wait. Why am I... There we go. So yeah, let's get it up in the air and we'll start explaining. So I'm just going to circle around and give you a scenario. So one of the major effects, so how does a war start? Well, for instance, a war in Ark starts for various reasons, but it usually goes in a scenario like this. Dude 1, hey, I want some resources. Dude 2, go raid this other guy's resources. I hear he has a lot of blueprints and stuff like that. Okay, I'll go raid, dude 1, I'll go raid his base. So when that happens, say, I'll fly back up to my base up here to, put this scenario into effect. So, say that, like an enemy tribe comes over here, looking for blueprints, resources, stuff like that. And it's like, oh hey, let's blow this up with an RPG or something, and just destroys my little base I have here. So, obviously, I have to do one thing, and I declare war because it's an attack on my people, an attack on my dinos, meaning my pets and everything. So, yeah, so that's how Ark things usually go. So now, the first way that war really affects the environment is by consumption of resources. Obviously, you need resources to build an army. So in Ark, this comes in the form of fiber, thatch, wood, metal, oil, electronics, silica pearls, metal, and wood. So I'm gonna go over here to the metal mountain oil mountain, just to represent the consumption of resources. Now, normally I would be doing a lot longer on my daily run of just gathering resources. I mean, I would be all over the map, just consumption of a lot of metal, but the video would be too long. So, let's see here. Let's get out of here, Textego. Another thing is, this actually represents the way of getting animals out to get to your resources. Of course, the Textego is an Ark robot, but I'm not going to go into Ark War because that's just a whole nother video topic on itself. So anyway, I'm going to grab the oil out of this. Hop on back to the snow owl. Head over to Mount Metal. I need to label the other mountains of metal. So, on the Ark, resources do respawn, but in real life that obviously doesn't happen unless it's over several million years. So, like, in Ark, I have little consequences of just going over here, taking out... Hold on. I'm doing this voiceover after the video, so... Let me just get over here. Kind of slow because my snow owl isn't imprinted, so. But anyway, I'm gonna come over here, see all these lovely resources, rocks, metal, and stuff, I'm gonna take out my Pinoconosaurus, which is basically a flat Enki. It's from a mod. Don't remember which one I have installed. But anyway, I'm just gonna gather all this metal up. And obviously in real life, this would take millions of years. So what I'm doing here is I'm really big. If this was real life, this is a huge consumption of resources. While it's like basically nothing here on the Arks because they respawn. They respawn like 20 minutes or so. But in real life, this would be a lot of resources. These would be converted into tanks and other various war material after being smelted up. So I'm gonna take out the resources from him. Obsidian, metal, well, flint, stone, and that. I forgot to level him. Anyway, get back in your ball. Back on the snow owl. So I'm gonna go hit up some beaver dams, but there's another way wars can affect the environment. Another one being the destruction of natural ecosystems. So this can happen in one of two ways. Obviously, one being on the battlefield. So like, here's a historical example in the Battle of Pearl Harbor. They obviously sunk the Arizona, which was turned into a memorial. But we didn't take it out of the water to scrap it or anything because we didn't have the resources at the time to do it. So a lot of debris is actually left off from battles. This happens more in the sea than on land, because on land after battles we usually do clean up our mess. Just to keep it out of the enemy's hands and so on. But another way is by just leaving great impacts on the earth. So I'm gonna put up a footage of a World War I crater in World War I artillery crater shell impact in France or Belgium, somewhere in the Low Countries. And you can still see this giant crater from over 100 years ago, making it very, very impactful. So the other main way so that's how it leads to, it leads to the consumption of resources and the physical impacts on the earth. A third way it does is the prevention of enemy resources. So a modern day example of this is how Russia firebombing the Ukrainian swamps, not only to get the Ukrainian army out of there, or just being Russia, but to prevent them harvesting the resources from here. So because of Russia's actions, they made 26 unique species go extinct in that local area, or forced them out, or whatever. So I'm just gonna go kill this beaver. Oh wait, he's distracted by the saber-tooth. I'm just gonna grab all the resources, cement in place, lovely wood, and so the equivalent of me doing this in Ark is basically going over to my enemy's base, killing all the wild dinos around them to prevent them from gathering hide and meat, so they starve out. There's like nothing around. So these are the three biggest impacts war has on the environment. It's mainly because humans don't know when to quit. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for my presentation. This has been Dylan. Anyway, I'll see you next time. The consumption of resources and the physical impacts on the earth. A third way it does is